What's up, Terabytes? I'm Tara with Tara Simon Studios.
And I'm Coach Kat.
And today we're talking about singing high notes with power. Stay tuned, we've got some amazing and powerful tips for you. Alright, so step number one, guys, is identifying the power note. Alright, not every single note needs to be a power note. And in our crescendos of songs and the climax, the entire climax does not have to be the power note every single time. It's all going to be loud, it's all going to be powerful, but you can pick a specific note or a few notes sprinkled in there that give an even bigger extra oomph than the 100% that you're giving. So you could give 110% on a couple specific places to add real relevance and real emotional grit to a specific part in the lyrics that you're singing. So for instance, if I'm singing and I am telling you,
right, that's a good one.
Maybe I wanna really hammer home that I'm not going, right? So I may sing, and I am telling you, I'm not going, right? So you heard how in that it was extra oomphy, right? It was extra powerful. And I used my space and support from the first two videos, by the way, in the description box below, to make sure that I was giving the things that my voice needed in the moment, but I was giving an extra amount for the I'm, because I wanted to emphasize that, okay? And by the way, guys, I forgot to mention that you need to watch How to Sing High Notes Part 1 and Part 2 for this, because there's a lot of technique behind what we're doing, and we're assuming that you're gonna know that. So make sure, if you haven't already, stop watching this video and go back and watch this How to Sing High Notes Part 1 and Part 2, because right now, we know how to sing high notes with space and support. Right. Now we're choosing to add a sprinkle of spice of extra power to certain spots to make it even more amazing and dynamic than it already was before.
All right, guys, we're gonna hop into step number 2, and that's called the standing crunch. Now, what the standing crunch is gonna help us with is really give the power in our core to really support the power in our voice.
Yep.
So Tara is going to demonstrate the standing crunch. So go
yes. So for instance, if I'm singing the same and I am telling you, right? And like my daddy says, get the power from the ground. If I'm the type of singer that likes to get down to get the power, there's two types. You could go up with it, which will be in the next step. But right now, we're dealing with the type of singer that's kind of like me, that likes to go down to get their power. So I'm gonna go, and I am telling you, I'm not going. The right here is I'm coming in and down with my core like this, and I'm also doing a slight bend in the knees, okay? Right. So it's as if you're doing a mini crunch. If you were laying down, you'd be coming like that, but we're standing up, hence the standing crunch. So and it's on the biggest part of the note, the most powerful part that you want to sprinkle in to your power section.
Right, and make sure you bend your knees and you give yourself enough movement, and just don't stand and kind of look like one of these people. Don't go all the way down either.
Yeah, that's tabletop. There's a difference between this, which is a tabletop, which is a technique, look in other videos, or the standing crunch.
Trying to use the bathroom kind of thing.
Yes, exactly.
All right, guys, we're gonna get into step number 3, and step number 3 is tiptoeing. Twinkle toes over here. So the reason why we tiptoe, if you are someone that doesn't really like to crunch or tends to have back problems and you don't really want to get into that, tiptoeing gives you another kind of option to really hit that high note. So Tara's gonna show you guys how to tiptoe and visualize that high note going up.
Yeah, so if you're someone who maybe is a little different and this seems to give you issues for whatever reason, it's just not your jam, then this is also another way to create power and to create a movement from the ground up, which still simulates what we need to get that extra oomph that we've got to have for the power note. So I could also do, and I am telling you, I'm not going. Actually, I kind of did a tiptoe and a crunch. Hey, do the combo. But if I just wanted to do the tiptoe, I could just do the tiptoe and do, I'm not and it would still be fine. So I'm still creating this upward
Power.
movement and drawing power from the bottom up, whichever way I go. I'm doing this and I'm getting my groundedness this way, and I'm doing this and it's coming from my heels because I'm flexing my calves and I'm coming up and I'm pointing up with my hand as well to create that forward motion to propel the sound forward and to create that powerful sound.
Right, and if you're someone like me that's a visual learner, you know, kind of when you're tiptoeing, you kind of imagine that high note.
Yeah.
Kind of you're reaching for the stars for it. That's what I tell my students.
You're catapulting that note up with your finger. Totally. Self-conducting is such a great thing to do. And bonus, by the way, either of these movements, when done on live stage and performance, is visually appealing. So you can have that as an added bonus. Like, not only is it helping me sound better, but it's helping me look more emotionally engaged, physically committed to my performance, and the audience is benefiting.
Not looking
from
like
it.
a tree, a stick.
So it's a win-win.
Yeah. All right, guys. So how to sing high notes with power. Our first step is going to be identifying your note.
And the second step is that standing crunch.
And then the third and final step is tiptoeing in your Jordans, y'all.
That's right. We hope that you enjoyed this video. We certainly hope it helped you. Let us know in the comments box below if it did. Check out our 8-week course, Sing Smarter Not Harder, Riffs and Runs course, private lessons, instant reactions. It's all there for you guys to help support you on your vocal journey. Make sure you also be kind to strangers today, guys, because that is how we change the world. Spread faith, not fear. Love, not germs. Be a blessing. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.